Okay, cool. All we need for this class is these blankets, just a couple blankets. I like to spread one out and then have one. You can use it to sit under your sit bones and lift your seat up a little bit, or we might be using it throughout the practice, or like Susan, you can just bundle up. That's cool too. So this all the series today is all based off of just your typical Kundalini warm up, and everything in Kundalini goes in a very specific order. So we'll follow that to some degree. I do not like to follow the rules, and as you guys know, but my Kundalini teachers all told me that I didn't have to. They said, teach it your way and go out and just teach what you've learned and teach it in the way that inspires you. So, and it is a warm up. So we are going to be trying to create and generate some warmth. You might want to close that door. There you go. And then that'll do it. Like I said, like half of the country is under a blizzard right now, and then just winter won't quit on us. So we're gonna generate some warmth and bring in some, make our own heat. So yeah, just find your easy pose, and we're gonna tune in first. So if a cross-legged position isn't comfortable for you, you can always come up onto your knees, sitting on your heels, or you can grab a block, sit up on top of that. If none of those works for you, you can always sit in a chair at home, or just spread the legs out in front of you. Either way, wherever is your easy pose. We're gonna root down and sit up straight, open the heart. If it feels like it's beneficial, you can kind of move the flesh out so that your sit bones can connect down, connecting the pelvic floor, just feeling that really solid seat. Down, close the eyes, roll the shoulders back, get really nice and long and tall through the spine. And let's take 3 deep breaths together to tune in. Listening to the vibrations of the singing bowl, allowing that to tune your body. Breathing in and out this natural vibration, this natural alignment that we have within the body. And imagine that you have this root coming down out of the pelvic floor, connecting you just like an elongation of the spine, all the way down through the floor, through the earth, and all the way down to the center of the earth, and coming up through the spine, elongating like I'm holding a string of pearls. And that spinal cord is just like really nice and tall, elongated, leaving space in between each vertebrae as you imagine that cord coming up out of the top of the head, gold or silver, connecting up through the ceiling, up to the moon, the sun, especially bringing in that warmth for today, and to your higher power, higher spirit. And right here in the middle, just being present and bringing that intention to clear out some of the gunk that builds up when we've been stuck indoors, we've been having bad weather and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just use some ancient wisdom here to bring some light and life back in. So you can bring the legs out real quick for a quick little stretch, because we're going to be in our easy pose for a little while here. So if you want to let the toes go back and forth, make some circles, we'll check back in with that in between each of these. And if you'd like, all of these exercises can either be done in a cross-legged position or in rock pose, sitting up on your heels. But we're just going to start by inhaling, shrugging the shoulders up. Try to touch your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back and down. Try to squeeze your scapula together, your shoulder blades back and together. A few more times. Really roll the shoulder blades together and try to touch the ears even more. Inhale. Let go on the exhale completely. Feeling really good. Little massage on the inside there. One more time. Put the shoulders up. Try to touch the ears. And exhale, roll them back and down. I'm just going to do that a little bit quicker a few times. So just for about 30 seconds, we're going to inhale up and exhale down. If that's too much for you, you can just do it at the pace that works for you. If you want to if you need to slow down the breathing because of any type of breathing issues that you might have, or if you're just trying to chill out, we can go slower. But if you like to create that heat, we can make it as fast or as slow as it feels good for you. A lot of gunk brings in the shoulders. You hold a lot of the stress and the weight of responsibilities, carrying the world on your shoulders. That is a metaphor for a reason. So we're just gonna shrug up, I don't care, and let it go. Just a few more times. And inhale up, hold the breath, breathe in as much as you can. And exhale, roll it back and down. And just notice that shift already that you feel, that little bit of a buzz that creates within your body and your mind, just already shifting into this rest and reset state of being versus the fight flight that we pretty much all stay in out there in the crazy world all the time. So if you want to stretch out the legs to get some blood flowing, we're going to bring it back. And if you want to change the cross of your legs, if you're seated cross-legged, or change into sitting on your knees, that's always cool. But we're just going to bring in some spinal flexes. So grab hold of the shins, take a nice little good hold on there, sit up tall. And on the inhale, we're going to use the arms. Open up the heart, pull the whole torso through this gate of the arms. And exhale, leading with the belly button, cave in and just curl back. And so going at your own rate, you can close your eyes and just go within, letting this be a meditation, just paying attention to how that feels along the spine. And allowing your breath to be the initiating factor of the movement. So when it's time to breathe in, that's when we pull up. And when it's time to breathe out, just empty everything out. And let's find that rhythm, find that flow. Trying to make it nice and even each time, each rotation on the inhale and exhale. And if you would like to get more of a workout out of it, you want to get more juices flowing, you can always go at a faster pace and make that breathing more intense. But this is the one of those choose your own adventures, because we're flowing for a couple minutes here. So you can also just really take it slow and get all of the stretch possible from each side. So it's just however you're feeling today. And you can even kind of start slow and work your way up, or opposites, up to you. Just flow with it and know that we are kind of like clearing a path. We're like the moving the spine back and forth. It's like a snow plow on the road of our spine, creating that pathway from the mind to body. Just a few more rotations here. You want to get the best juice out of the last few. You can either speed it up and really pump, or you can slow it down and really stretch. Either way, 3 more breaths. And when we take the very last one, inhale all the way up and pull open the heart. Try to reach the heart up towards the ceiling, and inhale the breath as much as you can. Sip in a little bit more air, and exhale, empty everything out all the way back. Hold on to your shins with your hands and just curl back. And come back and find a neutral spine. If you need to stretch out the legs, that's cool. We can stretch them out wide and sit up tall to get observance. Or if you're happy here, you can just stay in easy pose. Up to you. You're still seated, rooted down through your sit bones, nice and tall. And just become aware of the spinal fluid flowing, if you can, through between your mind and body. And just breathe nice and slow, normal and natural. Okay. Next is final flexes, but circles. So if you want to change the cross your legs again, that's cool. If you want to come sitting up on your knees, that's cool too. If you are really, really tired of sitting down and you want to stand up, you can actually do this standing up. But we're going to it's basically, so you put your hands on your knees, and it's basically like your chest is in the same place, your spine's in the same place on the inhale and on the exhale, but we're making big circles around to get there. So exhale back, inhale up, and take your time at first, because you might feel some crunchies in there in the vertebrae. But we're creating this circular flow, inhaling forward, exhaling back, just like atoms rotate, the electrons rotate around the nucleus, right? The planets rotate around the sun, and we are becoming part of that cyclical motion, and as well as creating some heat. So just really exploring your spine as you move in this, finding your exactly perfect rhythm. Let it be soothing. Let it be like you're giving yourself a nice, gentle massage. If you do start to get dizzy or anything, you can open the eyes slightly and look down at the floor right in front of you. But if you can, try to keep the eyes closed and go within. Nice, strong breathing, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Flow with it. Feel like you are part of that natural cycle. A few more rotations this direction. And the next time that you come to center and forward, pause there, open up and inhale, and then switch the rotation. Taking it nice and slow on the first couple rotations, because you might have worked up a little bit of gunk resistance and stuff like that inside the hips or spine. Taking it nice and slow to warm back up, and then building back up to your perfect flow of inhaling forward, exhaling back. We're like lubricating the spine right now and every single vertebrae. You do this every single day, and you wouldn't have the spinal deterioration that pretty much like all of us has. But so we come together to do it to remind ourselves how easy it is to take care of those little things. And I really appreciate you guys joining me, because I probably wouldn't be doing it right now either if it weren't for y'all. So let's just enjoy it while we can together. Few more rotations, really getting the juice out of it, squeezing the juice out of that spine. One more big circle and flow all the way to the front. Open the heart, use the hands, breathe in, open the heart up towards the sky. Try to see if you can lift it up towards the ceiling. And exhale, come to center. If you need to shake out the legs, shake out the legs, but let's just find a spot where you can get really, really still and just observe for a few moments. Maybe making the intention to bring that level of calm flow, the energetic rhythm into the tasks that you have at hand for the rest of the day and this week as well. Just thinking how that feels right now, connecting that to maybe some more difficult tasks that you have lined up for yourself. If you can flow with the breath and with the rhythm of your body in that way, to make it feel this this good when we're doing all the other junk we got to do out in the world. Awesome. Let's do a nice little stretch, arms overhead, reach up and really get the spine nice and long. And everybody's here, so this is perfect, because we're just going to walk the hands out in front. Wherever you are, if you are just right here today, and that's already a nice little hamstring stretch or inner thigh or hip stretch for you, depending, you can hang out here. But otherwise, let's just really slowly and with the breath, hinging at the hips, try to walk the hands out really nice and slow in front. And if you want to get really crazy with it, you can come on to your forearms or all the way down. But let's not try to push it. Keeping the feet nice and flexed if you can, just checking in with the toes there, that they're still engaged. And wherever you find that's your edge, so the edge is like wherever you're getting a nice big stretch here, where you're starting to really feel it, we're going to just hang out there for 3 breaths. Releasing any little tensions. You can let go of your feet now too, and you can let go of your head and neck if that feels good, and any other little muscles that might be clinging on even though they don't need to. All right, one more deep breath, and then just walk up a little bit gently, and we'll walk over to the right side. Trying to kind of twist the body so that the torso is facing over the right leg, and bow down over the right. Take your time and swing back over, hand over hand, over to the left. Lift up if you need to. It feels good to kind of maybe lift up a little bit to realign the spine and then bow down. Let's walk over to the right one more time. Lift up and bow down. And breath with your breath, moving over to the left one more time. Lift up and bow down. Awesome. Okay, and you know me, no class would be complete without cat cow, but it's also part of our Kundalini warm-up. We're right there, like halfway through the Kundalini warm-up, but it's so cool because I haven't done this in a while, and I used to do it like all the time. It would just be like it's just the perfect combination of exercises to warm up, warm up the body and warm up in general. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And if you want to protect your wrist, you can bring them into a fist and inhale, drop the belly, open the heart, exhale, tuck the belly in and reach towards the ceiling with that spine. So really trying to make the movement directed from the belly button. Angry kitty on the exhale. Rawr. And happy cow, looking up towards the sky, up towards the sun on the inhale. And again, we're gonna just find the rhythm here. I have seen the Kundalini people do this so fast, it's like a blur. You can really get into this and make it a huge workout, or you can slow it down and just take it really gentle on the spine. Take your time. So up to you and up to how you're feeling today. Everybody's different too, so no need to worry about what anyone else is doing. Just let your breath determine. It's nice to keep like a little bit of a micro bend in the elbows. I find that my elbows do bend a little bit more going back and forth. It's nice to try to keep this alignment where your elbows are pointing in, so like the inner elbows are pointing in to look at each other. Like if there's eyes on the inside of your elbows, they're facing each other, not facing forward like that. So there you go. So the two eyes are staring at each other. Perfect. Let's see if I can fix this to where you don't get any notifications. I don't know if I can. It's okay. It's fine. Oh yeah. Oh, you got your do not disturb. It's fine. Everybody keep flowing with that. Just a few more breaths. Get the good out of it. Get all the juice out of it for the last few. And then find your way. One more big one. Inhale, drop the belly all the way. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhale, like I'm pulling up with a string at the center of your spine. Just really reaching towards the sky, pushing the ground away. Exhale all the breath out. And let's come into a quick child's pose just to reset. Surrendering down to the earth, letting all that goodness flow through the spine and flow into your body and into your mind. And then we're gonna flip it over. So find your way in your own way and in your own time. And you might need to rearrange some blankets. We're just gonna be laying down on the back. Find your way all the way down, lie on your back. And here's where things get a little bit crazy. So we're gonna do some options here. I'm gonna make sure that I actually time this a little bit so we don't go too crazy here. All right, so we're gonna do variations of stretch pose. So I'm gonna kind of demonstrate for you the options that we have here. So the full on, like if you really want to bring some heat and get some exercise and engage your core here, a full stretch pose is feet 6 inches off the floor, arms 6 inches off the floor, head 6 inches off the floor, staring at your toes, and breath of fire. Now, if that's too crazy and you're like, what, Paige? You're losing it. Then 5 whole seconds, we can, second option, the like little bit more calmer option is just feet 6 inches off the ground with your hands nice under your butt so you can support them, and long, slow, deep breathing. Or you can also bring the head up here as well. If you like the long, slow, deep breathing. After that, the next version would just be one leg at a time at 6 inches off the ground until it gets tired, and then switch. No judgment. If that's only a second, that's okay. Cool. Okay. No crying because it's up to you. We'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, wherever you are, it's okay. You can switch back and forth. Just keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly let it all down. Helps you. Okay, that was our work for the day. Now we're done. No. Just let it all just like feel like that. Like, okay, that's all for today. Just let that flow. And what that does, if you can do that every morning, just for about a minute to work your way up to 3 minutes every morning, it will bring the core strength into the center of your core, so that throughout the day you can start to operate from the core and have less injuries, have fewer less exhaustion, stuff like that, because when you operate from the core, it just makes everything easier, flows better. It's a morning routine that's really a nice way to set and start your day. The next one of that, if you wanted to keep it going for the morning, is the next one we're going to do. So that's just hug your knees into your chest, hug the knees up and in, and bring your head right up in between your knees if you can. If that's not cozy, hey, just keep your head down on the ground today, if this is enough for you. Otherwise, we're going to bring the head in, and we can do long, slow, deep breathing. Or if you're feeling really crazy and you want to bring some more heat, breath of fire, which is just a rapid inhale and exhale through the nose. And pumping the belly. But if that's too much and you're going, oh my God, then just hold and breathe long and slow, or let your head down and just hug the knees and breathe long and slow. And just try to feel into your belly. No matter where you are, breathe from the center of the belly right now. Quick, now, go on. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, wherever you are, just get the juice out of it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hug the knees in. Try to bring your head all the way up in between. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Give yourself a big old nice hug. Inhale all the breath you possibly can and let it all go. Starfish. And splat. Ah, feels so nice to relax after giving some effort in that way. Here we go. It sounds better inside the singing bowl. If you'd like to give a little bit more stretch after you've completely splatted, you can bring the arms up overhead. You can windshield wiper the knees if you'd like. That feels good, just to clear out that work that we did there. Get really still one more time. And just allow your whole body, like a little mini savasana, melt into the floor, and see if you can get really conscious, really present, really aware of the energy flowing through your body right now. We've been moving some stuff around. So just feeling your heart beating in your chest and fresh oxygenated blood going to different parts of your body now and up into your brain. After doing just these few little exercises and taking this time for ourselves, the brain starts pumping those good chemicals, those restorative chemicals, and the dopamine, the neurotransmitters that relax and heal you. See if you can get in tune with that in whatever way that means for you. And we're going to bring the legs in again if it feels good for your spine. If this is too much, we're going to just push up to a seated position, however is comfortable. But if it feels good, you're going to rock and roll. Rock and roll along the spine a few times. Whee! If that is too much, or if you have any sort of spinal stuff going on, we're just going to roll to one side and get up. But we're going to find our way back to where we started, an easy pose. Beautiful. And the third part, so that stretch pose, then the hug the knees in, and then this is the third part. It's a little bit of a 3-part series along with the warm-up. And this is the third part. It's called Ego Eradicator. So it actually helps you fight your ego. So what we do here is bring the fingertips in to touch the pads of the hands or beneath them, and point the thumbs out with some gusto, with some energy. Then bring the arms up overhead, and we're making it like a 60-degree angle. So there's like make a Y with your arms, and close the eyes, reach up, and try to imagine that there's like this lightning bolt between your thumbs of energy there. And we can do long, slow, deep breathing here, but powerful. Or if you'd like, you can pump from the belly, breath of fire. Try to keep the arms up and nice and strong. I know it gets like pretty tiring pretty quickly. I think that's part of why they call it Ego Eradicator, but you can build up to this and build up one little incremental amount at a time to up to 11 minutes. I've done this for 11 minutes. My arms were, my arms felt like they were going to fly away, but and if you're feeling it in your back, yeah, really open up the arms and get that powerful flow in there, and breathe into anywhere that you're feeling tension there. 3 more deep breaths, or continue your breath of fire. And on the next inhale, We're going to slowly bring the fingers together. Try to align the arms so the thumbs come together and touch without cheating, without looking, and find that connection. Find the two thumb tips touching, and then reach up, extend the fingertips tall, tall, tall. And know the shoulders are getting tired now. It feels so good though to let it go, and you just exhale and sweep down all of that gunk and energy, negativity that we've swept away here. Just give it down into the earth. Press it down into the earth to be neutralized. One more inhale up, reach up, touch the thumb tips together, feel that connection. And with the arms, palms facing down, just sweep down on the exhale. Beautiful, ladies. Awesome. All right, we're gonna just shake it out. Shake it out. And then go in the shoulders and arms. I like that. Maybe some circles. Loosen it up. And coming back down onto your back. However you get there, that's all good. Just finding your way onto the back. And once you get nice and long, let the legs be long out in front of you. We're gonna take that little moment to check in and chill, and then get right to it. Inhale and reach the right arm or the right leg up to the sky, and go ahead and grab the back of the thigh with the arm. Inhale and take a look at your foot. Just stretch the sole of the foot straight up to the sky. Try to straighten the leg. A couple breaths here, and let go and lower down slow. Use your belly to lower that leg down nice and slow. And exhale all the breath out at the bottom. Take a breath if needed. And on the next inhale, left leg comes up. Grab hold, take a look, straighten the leg. You might want to notice the difference between the two legs. Maybe one side wants to cooperate today and the other one doesn't. That's okay. Just have patience with that and take it easy where you're at today. And then we're just going to lower that leg down real nice and slow. And then we're gonna kind of raise the pace on that a little bit. So inhale the right leg up, exhale it down, inhale the left leg up, exhale it down, right leg, left leg, right leg, down and left leg, and one more. This time leave the right leg up and bring the left leg up to meet it. Hug, grab behind the backs of the thighs with the arms and reach both feet up to the sky. And let's do some foot circles. So we're going to circle both feet around to the right and back to the left. Point and flex. 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 And then just kind of like a little bit of like a modified happy baby here. We're going to grab the backs of the thighs and just rock back and forth. Rock back and forth, side to side, on the spine. And you can kind of determine like which part of the spine. Like this could be really, really nice for the hips and low back, lumbar spine, or you can bring it up into the cervical spine a little bit more by pressing the shoulders down, pulling the shoulders back. And you can even bring your neck into it, just gently. Always be gentle with the neck. And kind of roll the head the opposite direction of which way the body's going. Do this a few more times, just feeling kind of nice and tranced out. Oh, where are we for time? I have no idea. I lost track of time. That's perfect. We're doing great. I'm loving it. All right. Beautiful. All right, now we're just going to, you can lower the legs and in your own way, your own time, find your way onto belly. Roll over or get up and lay down. And you can just bring your arms gently in front of you, overlap the hands, and let your head rest to one side. Gently with just the side of your cheek resting on the back of your hand. And we're going to bend our right knee and try to bring it up to the butt. Lower that down, left leg bends and try to touch. And just alternate those back and forth. So we're going to actually try to see if you can actually kick the butt here. But it's okay if you're way far away from that, but that's the intention we're going towards. And make a little rhythm out of it. Make it fun. Boop, 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Awesome. And then I'm going to reach back and just try to grab the tops of the feet. And you can stay all the way down, or you can come up into like a modified bow pose. If that's not where you're at today, like you can totally grab onto the ankles, or if you have a strap, you can do that, or just, yeah, everybody's got it. So if you're feeling good there, let's take a deep breath because you might be having some tension and holding. And then we're going to just try to come up into a bow pose. So kick the feet into the hands and come up, open up the heart. And if that's not where you're at today, that's cool. Just stretch and breathe and then bring it all the way back down. Switch the side of the head of the face that you're laying on and just relax. And I'd like for you to imagine that everything inside your belly and your heart and all the stuff in the front of your body is just melting down into the earth. This is so great for digestion. I love all of my super lazy yoga poses where you get tons and tons of benefit for doing like seemingly absolutely nothing, but acknowledging that we are doing something here because we're taking this time to do this really restorative, gentle practice. And the body does respond. The mind knows that you are taking this time with this intention. And we've created some heat through our movements and created some flexibility in the spine and gotten some juices flowing. And now it's time to just allow those to do their work. Imagine anything that is like a toxin or just old energy, anything that's stale, anything that you don't need in the body, just draining down now. As if it were like a dark water that could flow right out. Beautiful. One more little small motion here before we completely relax. We're going to come up on the forearms into Sphinx pose here, Or you can, if you're getting like crazy with cheese whiz, you can come all the way up into up dog, into a cobra pose. But wherever you're at, we're just going to inhale over to the right, look over the right shoulder, exhale over to the left, inhale right and exhale left, about 5 times. So with your breath, and be easy and gentle on that neck. Make sure you're not causing any popping or going too much of a rotation, just gentle. One more time. And then come to the center after you're done, and then just let the head hang. Hold yourself up with the forearms and just be gentle. Maybe don't go all the way down. If you feel a little stretch on the back of the neck, that's far enough. Let your head just be heavy and get that nice little stretch across the back of the neck. Deep breath in, breath out, and in your own time and in your own way, we're going to find our way into our final resting posture. If you want to support yourself in any way, get a blanket, put it under the knees. You can align it behind your spine. You can use it on your head, but just make sure that you're not jacking up your neck. Gentle little, a little bump under the back of the neck is fine, or you can use your blanket to cover up with whatever makes you feel really, really nice today. And we're going to wiggle our way down. And any kind of like last little adjustments that you want to make, like my hips get a little bit, especially after working them a lot like that, they get a little bit tense and tight. So I like to kind of windshield wiper the knees and tuck my tailbone under to really get the sacrum down onto the floor. You can stretch the arms out overhead or across the body, like whatever feels good for you to just get any remaining kinks out and allow yourself to relax completely. Any final little stretches that you know that you'd like to get in there before you completely relax. And we'll relax together here as you find your way into your final resting place here in your corpse pose. And just whoop, and I'm dead. Play dead. Because if we get really, really still and go within after those really intentional movements of warming up and bringing this fresh, clean energy into the body, it'll take that cue and continue that work for you. But first, it's like a muscle, just relaxing it completely to allow it to absorb the positive energy that we've created. So intentionally releasing and relaxing, we're going to start with the toes and bring the awareness into your toes. Think about all 10 of those toes and see if you can bring just a really nice positive feeling in, like almost like you're getting a nice massage. And you can feel that relaxing wave come across from the toes, across the top of the feet, the soles of the feet, up over the ankles and calves, shins, and knees. Let everything go and leave it all here on the mat, letting yourself just get nice and heavy down, feeling held by the surface beneath you. becoming aware of the points of contact, the floor along the backs of your thighs and hips, along your spine, and that gentle little curve in your low back. Just let your shoulders completely melt down, backs of your arms feeling heavy against the surface beneath you. But then the tummy and the chest feeling nice and light and effervescent as you breathe in and out. The only motion that we have now is just this gentle flow of breath coming across the shoulders, the tops of the shoulders, and then the throat into the jaw. Just let your jaw relax completely. And then you can feel your lips and even inside your mouth, your tongue relax. Across the temples and your eyes. There's thousands of little muscles around your eyeballs and eyelids and controlling all of those beautiful facial expressions. Right now, I wonder if you can let every single one of those go. And the more you let go, the more you kind of notice that there's even maybe 10% more you can let go as your eyes become heavy and roll back in your eyes. Roll back in the head. 2 beautiful stones that were dropped in the surface of a clear pond. And they go down and down, drifting down in the water. You can notice the ripples across the top of the water, rippling out, and the reflection of the beautiful sky above. Maybe noticing the clouds going by as those rocks continue to drop down and down, all the way down to the pillowy, sandy surface on the bottom of the lake. As they settle in completely, feeling a calm energy and an awareness now. Just floating and drifting there for a few more minutes on your own. Deep cleansing breath all the way down to your toes. Start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Do some circles, circle the hands on the wrists and circle the feet on the ankles. You can bring up and bend the knees, circling the feet and the wrists. Stretch the arms out overhead. Let's bring the feet, soles of the feet together and the palms of the hands together and just rub, rub, rub. Create that connection, create that heat, feel that connection, just hug your knees in. Let's do a nice little cat stretch to wake back up the spine. So hug the right knee in, pull it across the body, open up the right arm and elongate. Nice little twist, pull the knee over to the floor. Let the gaze go out over the right arm. Nice breath here. Let the shoulder melt down to the ground and bring the knee back in, hug it in, switch sides. Hug, use that right arm to pull knee over. Extend the left arm and look out over that arm. A couple breaths here. Waking up the spine again. And if you choose, you can rock back and forth side to side a little. And if it feels good, we're going to rock and roll up to seated. And if that's too much for right now, you want to take it gentle, we're just going to roll over to the side and in your own time, your own way, find your way back up to just where we started, feeling and checking in with the body. See if you can sit up a little bit taller now and just bring this intention to bring this warmth into the next few like cold days we're having here, cold and rainy days. Bring this like warmth that we have within into those days and into the people and places around us that we affect as we move through our lives with just a little bit more rhythm, a little bit more intention and connection to ourselves. So thanks so much for joining me, ladies and everyone. Hey, you, namaste. Woo, we beat the church bells and everything today. Okay. Oh, by like literally less than 1 minute, like by 30 seconds. So cool. Vicky, you alive in there?
Yep, I'm alive.
Woo, thanks for joining us.
There was
That
a few
worked.
things I couldn't do, but
Yeah.
bye, Renee.
That's cool. She says, hi, Renee. Awesome. Okay, cool. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, love you. Bye.
Love you.